Yesterday, I had a little internal experience. I had an internal experience yesterday. That's yoga speak. For I went through it a little bit yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit of a tough day, and the details of why it was tough are irrelevant. But I was reminded of something that we've talked about here before. You know, I get always think about the things that I teach, but one of the things that I've talked about here before is that any subject that we could focus on in the world is really two subjects. It's that which is wanted about the thing and that which is not wanted about the thing, you know? Uh, so whatever it is, my dog, you know, I want all the love from him. I don't want the, you know, destroying the furniture or the stinky couch with all the hair shedding on it. It's where are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on what's wanted, or are you going to focus on what is not wanted? So again, every subject, I often say, it's like a coin. It's got a heads, it's got a tail. In terms of any subject in your life, how are you placing it? Are you placing it heads up, or are you going to place it tails up? Are you going to place up the elements and focus on the elements that you want in relation to the subject, or are you going to focus on the elements that you don't want? Needless to say, yesterday I was focusing on elements that I don't want in regards to a certain relationship. It was all playing out inside of my own head, as it always does, right? Because we are in control of our focus. We're in control of our focus. The thing is that once you start going in a certain direction, momentum starts to build. And once you give those thoughts a little bit of steam, well, they just start rolling a little bit more. I've given the example of a snowball that starts at the top of the hill. Well, as it starts to roll down, it collects more snow, it collects more momentum. It's bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you just need to take a nap or turn your attention completely away from the subject because you're just focused on what you don't want. So another way that we could say it is satisfaction and dissatisfaction. On any subject, we can find satisfaction if we will tune into the aspects of it that we want. We'll find dissatisfaction if we tune into the aspects that we don't want. So you want to imagine yourself, particularly through your yoga practice, if you imagine a mountain and the peak of the mountain. When we get to that neutral mind, essentially what we're doing is trying to sit at the peak of the mountain. On this side is dissatisfaction, on this side is satisfaction. Now, from my place of neutrality, the choice becomes mine as to how I want to focus, what aspects I want to look at, and which direction down the mountain I want to start creating momentum. It's as simple as that, and it's also as challenging as that. But the aim is first and foremost, we have to create a neutral mind. We have to get back to the place. Imagine where your coin, you know, sometimes you can balance a coin so it's standing on its side, right? And then you're going to flip the tails down, you're going to flip the heads down. Some days you're going to start going down the path that you don't want, and it's okay. It happened yesterday. You do the best you can do with it. You start to focus on things that you appreciate and that are good. You take a nap, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and you give a talk about it. All right? So, satisfaction, dissatisfaction, that which is wanted, that which is not wanted. It's our choice, but let's start from neutrality and make a conscious decision. Yes? Hands together at your heart. I'm so happy that you're here.